Hello, apples. Today we're giving Rich Housewife. Okay, like we got the bangles, we got the bling, we got it all. We got the scarf, we got the shirt. All right. Okay. So let's get started. So, how do you beat social anxiety? Okay. How do you go out on the street without panicking and wishing that the world would swallow you up? Number one, it's all in your head. It's all in your head. It's all in your head. Oh my gosh, it's all in your head. It's all in your head. Okay. What you assume to be true is true. Okay. For example, it's like that. Is the dress black and blue or gold and white meme? Remember that meme? Yes. Okay. It's the same like that. Whatever, how, like based on your perception, your background, the lighting, etc., you're going to see one version of the dress versus another version of the dress. But both are still true. Both statements are still true. Why? Because it is you that is seeing it. It's like when you wake up one day and I'll use an example. For example, lately I've been feeling okay. I have been feeling fat, but despite me weighing in, I'm at the same weight. Okay. But I feel fat, and fat is not a feeling. Okay. It's like when you wake up in the morning and you feel hot, you're just like, I'm not bitch, I'm not girl. But on other mornings, you feel ugly, even though you are still the same person. You get what I mean? Like, it's all up here. It's all in your mental. It's based on your perception. So social anxiety just makes you think that everybody's watching you, when in reality, people do not give a shit about you as much as you give a shit about yourself. If you take anything away from this video, remember this. Nobody thinks about you as much as you think about you. Anyways, let's get into some practical tips. Tips number one on how I overcame social anxiety. I overcame social anxiety by regulating my nervous system. Oh, but Vanessa, how do you regulate your nervous system? Super easy. You don't need to do thousands of techniques. The technique, obviously, depending on what kind of person you are and what you like, use according to you. Personally, for me, I love affirmations. And no, I'm not talking about your, I am beautiful, I am enough, I am sexy. No, I'm talking about like proper self-concept. Like, I am the best. I am perfect. There is nothing wrong with me. Everything goes right in my life. I am perceived the way that I want to be perceived. Okay? I am limitless. I do things perfectly. I am the best at what I do. I am successful, etc. So anything that makes you feel like you are that bitch, that you are that guy, that you are that girl, okay? Affirm those. Also, a great recommendation that I will give to you guys is listening to Dylan's James affirmation tapes, like the night tapes, the 8-hour long one. I'll put a picture up here, or I'll put a link below. That would be much better. So I'll put the link below. Okay. It's really amazing. Like, that's where I started. Like, back in 2022 when my social anxiety was at its peak. Okay. That is the affirmation tape that I used, and you can listen to it during the day. It's about 30 minutes long before it loops again for the rest of the 8 hours, just to see how you feel, if you resonate with it. I really like the affirmations that he put down. It's inspired a lot of my own affirmations. I don't listen to his affirmation tapes anymore because I make my own. Also, if you guys would like me to make you some affirmation tapes on my channel, comment down below. I would love to. I remember. Also, if you want to make your own affirmations, you can use the Parrot app, Parrot. It's goated, okay? You record, it loops. If you don't want to use the Parrot app, you can use the MacBook method. If you don't have a MacBook, I don't know how to help you, child. So all I know is Apple products. So basically, you record your voice and then you take that file and you put it into the music app, and then you can listen to it on your phone. So, okay. Now let's look at tip number 2. So for tip number 2, you are going to do exposure therapy through walking. Yes, you are going outside. You're going outside. Okay. I know you don't want to go outside. You have agoraphobia. I know. Agoraphobia and I used to be cousins, okay? Like, we saw each other every motherfucking day. All right, someone was calling me and it fucking threw me off. Anyways, I hate spam callers. I hate phone calls too, but that's another conversation. That's probably the next exposure therapy I should get on. Anyways, you should go walking. So what I used to do when I started to be more comfortable with going outside, I would put my earphones in, block out the world, put on my favorite music that makes me feel like a bad bitch. Right now, my favorite song is Hot and Sexy by Zara Larsson. So good, like so good. You can put on some hyperpop. Hyperpop music will make you feel like a bad bitch, okay? Oh my gosh. Anyways, I just realized like I'm dressed like a flamboyant gay, but it's okay. Okay, let me stop. Okay, go outside. So you have your music in, and something that I used to love doing is I will see how many times I make eye contact with someone. So as I'm walking in the park, and you don't need to go to like a big park, you can go to a small park or just like any quiet side of town that you know to practice your walking. Like if you live in a city, go to a like chill park, you know what I mean? If you can't go, then I mean, you can do it. I believe you can walk in a sea of humans. Good luck. Okay. All right. So you are going to go out, headphones in. Okay. Obviously, if you're walking on the street, be careful of the cars and crackheads. But yeah, I always recommend a park here in nature. It's very calming, fresh air, and maybe a few geese to chase you around. I don't know if there's any geese in South Korea. Are there geese out there? I saw a lot of magpies. But anyways, something that I noticed a lot is as I'm walking, like I'll try to make eye contact with as much people as possible. It's just like a little game for myself. And you'll realize a lot of people do not look at you. Like they don't even make eye contact. Like they're just like going straight ahead. Like they are avoiding you. Like they're like, okay. And then you'll realize, oh my goodness, people don't give a shit about me. Wow. Oh my gosh. And who would have thought? You thought the whole world revolved around you. Okay. And obviously, I mean this from a place of love. All right. Obviously, the world revolves around you. It revolves around everybody. But in this case, it doesn't revolve around you. Okay. Social anxiety is all in your head. All right. And you won't understand. Like I'm telling you, you won't get it until you actually do it. So really do go for the walks. Okay. It can be a 15-minute walk. It can be a 10-minute walk. Just go outside. Okay. Walk for a little bit, come home. I always used to like rush home. Like after, like I would like put a timer and then I would be like, okay, my 30 minutes is up. I jump into my car and I drive back home and I'm like, I did that. But each time I started doing it, I started walking longer and longer and realized nobody really cares. Okay, which brings me to my third point, which is reframing your assumptions. For example, every time someone looks at you, like do not be weirded out. Just be like, oh, they're probably looking at me because I'm really pretty. Which is why I dress up, I take care of myself, because every time I am perceived, I want to be perceived in a good thing. Okay. And if somebody looks at me funny, I'm like, oh, they're probably jealous of me. They probably think I'm so hot. They could never be with me. Or they want to be my friend. They're jealous that they can't be me. Does it sound self-entitled? Yeah, sure. But would you rather be saying that or be saying, I'm a loser, nobody likes me? Okay, like I would rather be conceited in my brain than to be a loser. Okay? I can't. Like I used to be a loser. I used to be a victim to my reality. I'm not on that wavelength anymore. Okay? We're done with that. We're done. Which is why we're giving country club, housewife, bitch. Okay. Anyways. We are dressing for the life that we want, not for the life that we have. All right. Okay, let's look at the final one. Listen, it is okay to be insecure, but what we do not tolerate on this channel is to pretend that you cannot overcome those insecurities. For example, I used to be over 300 pounds. Yes, I was obese class 3, bitch. Okay. I was morbidly obese. And that heightened my anxiety so much because I'd always have to worry about space. Can people pass behind me? Like if I'm seated somewhere, I'd always have to sit at like the very back so that people don't have to pass like it. You know, worrying with restaurants, like the chairs, the space, like it was a lot because you constantly have to think about everyone else because of how much space you take up, unfortunately. Some people don't worry about that. There are lots of overweight people that don't have to worry about that. For me, I worried about it and I felt it. It was very uncomfortable. I didn't feel great at that weight, which is why I lost weight. So you can overcome your insecurities, okay? If you are insecure about your skin, instead of whining and crying about it, affirm. That is how I lost weight. I affirmed every day. I was like, oh, I'm getting thinner and thinner. I'm getting thinner and thinner. Okay? Like, I'm getting healthier and healthier. All right? Even when the 3D shows me that, oh, the weight is like, oh, the scale's not budging. The scale's not budging. I'm like, no, it's budging. I'm getting healthier. I'm getting healthier. By my birthday, I'll be a certain weight. Like, literally every year for the last 4 years, every time it's my birthday, I'm always lighter than my last birthday. I've made it an assumption, okay? Because insecurities are just false information. For example, people used to be insecure about having a big butt, and then being a big butt was in, and now having a big butt is out. Being skinny was out, and having curves was in. Now being skinny is in again. So there's really no solution to this except for you to decide that you are enough. Anyways, this is my final and last tip that I will give you guys. The last tip is it's a bonus tip actually. So I call it the Norma Jean Marilyn Monroe effect. Okay, I guess it is called that. I just call it the Norma Jean technique because sometimes like I be getting too much attention and I'm just like, bitch, no, I know I'm fabulous. That like I know I'm fabulous, but I just want to run errands in peace. So this is what I do. So for example, a few days ago, it was actually on a Saturday, and it's Saturday today. So a few Saturdays ago, I wanted to go to the bakery and my skin was breaking out really badly because I was stressed and just a whole lot of bullshit happening in my life. And I was like, not feeling that great. Okay. I woke up feeling very fucking ugly that day, even though I'm still the same fabulous person I am. Okay. So I felt ugly. I didn't want to go out, but you know what I did? I was like, nope, I'm pretty. I'm perfect. Nobody cares what I look like. Nobody cares what I look like except for me. Okay. And that's enough. I'm beautiful. That's enough. I'm still the same person I was yesterday and today and forever. And I'll always be fabulous. So as I was preparing, I didn't want to put like any makeup on my skin because usually when I break out, I like to let my skin breathe. Okay. So I decided, okay, let me go out. As I went out, I had my bag, was walking on the street, and I just imagined like a force field around me. Like you need to actually imagine a force field, whether you want it to be purple, blue, green. Usually I imagine mine to be like a clear sky blue when I want to repel people, but when I want to invite people in, it's like a purple. Anyway, so like you have this like force field around you that just repels anybody. So you just imagine, just like sit down, imagine, do it with me. Sit down, imagine that there's a force field in front of you and that everybody cannot see you, that you're invisible. That's the Norma Jean effect. You're invisible. And I tried it, and it was the fucking coolest thing I ever done. Like I was invisible. Like nobody made eye contact with me. Nobody looked my way. I was just completely invisible. Like when I entered into the bakery, that's when they finally acknowledged me because I was like, okay, don't need to have the force field when I'm in the bakery. But I got to the bakery and I was like, okay, force field down. And then once I was done, I went outside again, force field. And it was super easy. It was a very interesting experiment. And I recommend you guys try it. So try to be Norma Jean. instead of Marilyn Monroe for a day and see how it is. And then obviously the opposite effect of that is to put on your Marilyn Monroe. So if you want attention, free gifts, free this, whatever, put on your Marilyn Monroe. Personally, I don't use Marilyn Monroe. I have another role model that I use, a queen. So I'm like, I imagine I'm a queen. And then everybody's just like, and then, yeah, it's really nice. It's a really nice feeling. So those are all my tips for today. If you would like to read any more in-depth stuff, it is available on my Substack. So make sure you go and subscribe onto my Substack. It's new, it's refreshed. This channel is having a revamp, and I'm really excited to share with you guys what I've been working on. And ciao.